What up? Here we go. We're going to start out with a step-by-step tutorial on how to do like an everyday makeup look. This is a little glam. We're not going to go for that. Calm. It's going to be a lot calmer. All right, so you're going to start by washing your face. Haley already washed her face a little while ago, so she's already good to go as far as like prepping her face and everything. Wash your face and then do what you got to do. We're going to start with primer. I have the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop. And we're going to put that on the face. And try not to throw the lid all over like I did. Hang on. Alright. Now, if you're doing it on yourself, you can use your fingers. I don't recommend it for anybody else, but being that you're my sister, I'm just going to do it anyway. Because it doesn't really matter. I already touched your face anyway. It's so hot to do this today, but we're just gonna do it anyway.
Yep, my face was so refreshed when I washed it before.
Yeah, well, that won't last long. Don't worry.
Nope.
You're already so sweaty because of the thickness of the primer.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really good primer, though. I mean, it'll keep it on for a really long time. In case you wanted to go anywhere at like 8:30 at night. Excuse me, madam. I have to buff that out.
I'm just showing her.
I need to buff it out. Buff. You have like a little stray hair right there. He's a stray, but we like the stray, so it's okay. All right. Next, you're going to prime your eyes. Nice and even coating of primer all over the face. Next, this is my favorite eye primer of all time. It's the Morphe eyeshadow primer. I don't know what it's called. Just regular translucent eyelid primer, but it's my favorite. Just take a little bit. A little of this goes a really long way. And you're going to just put a little tiny bit on the center of the eye. And then you can just make sure that you get complete coverage all over the eye. And this stuff will keep your makeup on for like until you take it off. I mean, I've had it on for a full 24 hours and it has not come off at all.
It smells good.
It does. It smells really good. I don't know what it is about like Morphe and NYX, but their makeup always smells like delicious, and it's a problem because I like really want to eat it. This is a little bit of just like setting or priming spray, sorry. Just so that you feel a little more refreshed because it's really hot. You okay? Are you alright?
Good.
Oh my god, that's why I told you first. I knew you would get very nervous. Okay, next I'm going to go in with foundation. I'm going with a pretty fresh tinted moisturizer, actually. It's by ColourPop. In the summertime, I don't like to do like a regular full coverage foundation because it gets way too hot. And I'm actually going to mix that with a little bit of a lighter moisturizer because Haley's a little bit paler than I am. And this is like, a lot of it. She's a lot a bit paler than I am.
That might even be too dark still.
We're gonna see, because I'm only putting a, it's thinner than it looks. We're gonna see. Maybe you'll just look a little tan for the summertime. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We'll make sure it matches. You're gonna blend everything out. Your foundation is essentially like your base for everything that you're gonna do with your makeup. So you gotta make sure that's nice and even coverage. It's actually not that dark for you. It's just I'm a little more yellow than you are underneath, so I have to add a little bit more pink to it, but that's okay. I can do that. Your hair is being very rude and I don't appreciate it.
When is it not being rude?
Yeah, it's always rude to me. Like, I can't brush it or anything. It's like super, super rude and misbehaved when I do anything with your hair. don't appreciate it at all. It's evening at your skin really well. I actually really like the tinted moisturizer thing rather than, wow, that was a little dark. I must have got a little of the extra color in there. So we're going to go over that with the lighter color. Because you're looking a little bronze, and I know you like to look very pale, so.
Yeah, the sun doesn't like me.
The sun doesn't like you. It's true. You don't like the sun. The sun does not like you.
This is why I have SPF 100.
I've heard a rumor that nothing over SPF 30 actually works. I don't know if it's true, but. What are you trying to do?
Put my bobby pin back in. It fell out.
You gotta give me a warning. Something. Just a heads up. Hey, I'm putting my bobby pin in. Hello? 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 Hello, lady. I need, like, literally white for you. The only white I've ever found is by Kat Von D. I've never seen, like, a paler... Actually, that's a lie. Today, Allison and I went to, what the heck is that store called? Ulta. And they had white, like white, in Tarte brand. And I was impressed because I've never found anything light enough for yours or her skin tone.
Well, that's what the makeup artist did for your wedding.
She used white and then added a little bit of pink because you have some pink in there.
That's what she told me to do.
Yeah, because it's going to be hard to find a light enough foundation that's... Get away from me. Something just flew near me and I didn't appreciate it. Okay. Always start out with less and then build more if necessary, because you can always add more, but it's hard to take away once you put it on. Please silence your phone for the remainder of the movie. Thank you. Sorry. Just kidding. I don't care if it's on. You're looking so pretty. So beautiful. Ooh. Always blend into your neck. Please blend into your neck. What? I wonder what happened to that girl. I haven't seen anything from her.
Who was that?
You never saw that girl? She had like a video, like a makeup video on. And it was like a makeup tutorial. And she was so funny. And she's like, please blend into your neck. Wonder what happened to her. If you're out there and you're watching, shoot me a line. Let me know how you're doing.
She probably won't be.
Let me know how you're doing, please. I think about you a lot, girl. Want to make sure you're okay. The mean streets didn't eat you alive. Water break? Like, you just look into the camera like this is the office. Like, refreshing. Okay, moving on to the actual makeup portion of this. I feel like we really haven't done anything yet.
You put foundation on.
Yes, we did. That's the second step.
So far.
Yeah.
I washed my face. We did primer.
And then foundation is the next part. Primer and foundation.
And you did the spray thing.
That's also a primer. It's just like it's to make you feel a little bit less sticky.
That's not going to happen right now, Savannah. It's summer.
It is. It's hot. I don't like the heat. I don't like it at all. Ooh, that's bronzer. I was going to put that under your eyes as a setting powder. That would not have been good. Okay? You would have looked like you've been tanning on the sun.
Just under my eyes.
Yeah, just solely under your eyes. It would have been like the opposite of people who go to tanning beds who get the white circles around their eyes. It would have been the opposite of that. Now I'm going to put a little bit of loose setting powder under your eyes because it helps with fallout later on. And it makes you look a little bit fresh. Okay. I'm going to tilt your head this way. This is very difficult to do left-handed. I know I'm using my right. I'm just saying, I was contemplating using my left. And
You're using your right hand.
I contemplated using my left for like a half a second and decided better of it because that just wouldn't have been a good thing for anybody to endure.
I'm the one that doesn't know my right from my left, Savannah. Don't confuse me more.
I'm sorry. I was thinking out loud. Getting setting powder everywhere. I'm just being covered in powder and things. All right, so we're going for something really natural, but I say that every time and then I end up like this. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We're trying for natural. We're going to see how that goes. Okay, so we're going to start out by using a big fluffy brush. Fluffy brush. I got this like 1,005 years ago at Sephora. I don't know what number or anything it is. It's just a fluffy shadow brush. And because you're pale, I'm going to use the shade In the Buff. This ColourPop palette, Bare Necessities, is actually a necessity. You need it. You need it in your life like yesterday. Tap off a little of the extra off the brush. And then this is going to be your transition shade. You're going to cover the lid in like your lightest shade. It's called In the Buff. It's like a nice medium shade, and you're going to use that as essentially like the foundation for your eyeshadow. So you're going to use that middle shade and just cover the whole eyelid with it. Don't mind the dogs in the background. Okay. Go in with it again. Haley's like the best model because she's just naturally really pretty. So when I put stuff on her, it seems like my makeup skills are really good, but it's actually just because she's already really good looking. You're making me look good here, Haley. Thank you. Appreciate the support.
You're absolutely welcome.
I feel like she's definitely about to stab me. So if I don't make it to the end of this video, at least there'll be evidence of what happened to me. She knows better than that. She would delete the footage.
Oh, yeah.
She knows better. Now you don't want to hold all the way towards the front of the brush. You want to hold a little bit closer to the back of the brush. Especially if you are just putting your transition shade on. And because I'm a Libra here, we have to have balance. We must have balance. Everything must be the same on both sides. So make sure that you use the same amount of makeup. It looks the same on both sides. Look into the mirror for me. The other side's a little bit darker, so we're going to go and put a little bit more on this side. Hope you don't mind. I'm just using your head like a hand rest here. Hope you don't mind.
No problem.
Fantastic. Okay. Haley's actually doing really well because she really doesn't like it when things touch her eye. So we're doing great. We're doing fantastic, sweetie. We're doing great. Hope I don't get, like, if I do end up putting this on YouTube, I really hope I don't get copyrighted for that. Kris Kardashian's gonna come after her. Or is she Jenner? Kris Jenner? Right? I don't know. I don't follow the world. Nice and even. Okay, so that's your transition shade. That's going to be like your base shade for your eyeshadow. So, get away from me. The makeup look we're going to go for Haley is just a little bit of shimmer on the inner and then a little bit darker on the outer. Nice and natural, nothing complicated. Take a juice break. Strawberry acai refresher from Starbucks is everything.
Stay hydrated.
Delicious. I'm terrible at staying hydrated. Don't look at me for that message. I'm sorry, kids. I'm not a good role model. Okay. So, next we're going to go in with... Because Haley's using yellow, we're going to go in with this really bright yellow shade from ColourPop called Happy Place. Happy Place. It's part of their sunflower palette called Little Ray of Sunshine. And we used like just a nice base beige color. And then we're going to go on the outside with this yellow, because that's where I'm going to use the darkest gold shade. So we're just going to go in circular motions towards the outside of the eye, just for the outer corner. Make sure that you tap off the excess in between, or you're going to end up with way too much eyeshadow on your eye. You can always add more. You can't take off really. I mean, you can blend it out, but it's still going to look messy. Messy, messy. Pretty little yellow. You look nice with yellow eyeshadow. Not many people can pull it off. Like we're surprised. I figured I'd go with like a nice yellowy gold look since you're wearing a yellow dress. Sometimes when I do like a video like this, I kind of feel like talking like one of those ESPN announcers and being like, is there anybody you want to say hello to back home? Oh, well, since I'm in my house, not particularly. You look so pretty, like a little sunflower. Just reminded me of the scene from Princess Diaries, and they're like, you look like a very cute moose. And call the boy moose go, wah.
They cut that scene out.
That was depressing. Like, I loved that scene. It's like my favorite scene. Okay, look right at the screen for me. Nice and yellow. But we're going to add a little bit of a darker gold shade on the outside. Well, it's a darker, it's like a burnt umber, I would call it. It's called Vibey. Vibey. It's just a slightly darker shade to add to the outside, closer to the outer corner.
Are we vibing?
We vibin' with this color. We vibin'. I'm going to go actually a little bit further past the brow area, and then we're going to blend. Always blend like your life depends on it. Blend. Okay. All right, right toward the middle, and then we're going to go on the other side of the eye. Same thing, still vibing. We vibing with Vibey. Sounds like a Pokemon. Vibey.
What would its powers be?
I don't know. I mean, they already have a bee Pokemon, so I feel like...
Something with music, maybe?
Could be. Like a pair of headphones or something with the new gen Pokemon.
Well, they have
They're
that...
messed up, man.
They have that Exploud one.
Well, yeah, but this could be like an actual pair of headphones. Like, that's passing for Pokemon these days, apparently. It's just actual objects. Don't even get me started on my disdain for some of the new... There's an actual thing of garbage, okay? Garbage is a Pokemon.
I have that one.
I also have that one. It's a Trubbish, but it's actual garbage.
I evolved my Trubbish.
You did?
Yeah. It's a bigger pile of garbage.
It's a bigger pile. Of course it is. Of course it's a bigger pile of garbage. Well, I don't really know a better way to sum up how the past couple of years have been, so I guess we're okay with it, you know, that it's just a big pile of garbage.
It's not on fire, but
it's not on fire. It's a dumpster fire.
I'm sure you could find one that has fire powers. Maybe.
Yeah, what's that too? Like, I have an ice sand slash. Like, it's called a sand slash, and yet it has no sand powers.
Yeah.
I know, but like, I don't understand this new fangled stuff that's happening here, to be honest. I just don't get it. I'm going to take a little more of that paler color and just go towards the inner eye, because we're going to add a really nice light gold, and that'll just kind of mellow the whole thing out. Are you opening your eyes? in the middle of me blending. Blending? How dare you, madam? All right. Nice, we blended out the darker colors with the lighter colors. The bottom, don't pay attention to that right now because it looks a little like garbage. It looks a little bit like a trubbish, but we're gonna fix it. We're gonna fix it. Makeup is 90% just trying to tweak things until you like them. So, all right, I'm gonna go with a nice gold color. What gold color? I don't know. We're gonna find one. Do you have a favorite in the new gen for Pokemons right now?
I don't know what's new gen, Savannah.
Okay. I was like, I didn't play the original. You're not helping me. Okay, I'm gonna use a nice light shiny shade for the outs or the inner corner. It'll break your eye.
I like the Galarian Rapidash.
Sorry,
I think that's what it's called.
The what?
It's the Galarian form of the Rapidash.
Oh, okay. That one, I keep getting the Ponyta of that for like challenges and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's cool. I can roll with it. But I don't know, man. Nothing beats the originals, I feel like.
Oh, I like the Cherry Bee.
Oh, the cherry one?
It's a little cherry and it hops around. It's happy.
My God, and people say that I'm like all bright and sunny. Cool, okay. So I took a darker gold shade for the outside just to brighten it up, give it a little warmy warm. I'm actually loving these colors on you. I mean, not like I'm surprised or anything, but I just really do like it a lot so far. It's very shiny. You'll love it. It's shiny. Now, the last part of the eye that I want to do is I want to work on that inner corner a little bit. I want to add a little bit of a light color to the inner corner. So, to do that, I'm going to take this guy. It's just a smaller blending brush. Hello, camera. Wake up, please. You're needed. And I'm going to take a warmer, like, light shade just for the inner part of the eye. Anything around a white or a light color will do. You're just kind of going, you're going to want to go from light to dark with something like this. Lighter to darker. It'll make your eyes look bigger, and it's a little bit easier to do than anything like a spotlight eye or a cut crease. It's just something that's nice and easy to work with. You're just going to go from light to dark. That's all you got to do. I'm going to go just in the inner corner with a nice light shade here, and that'll really brighten up the whole eye. And then I'm going to take a big fluffy brush, and I'm going to have you turn towards me for this part. I'm going to go under your eyes, and I'm just going to blow away that powder. Well, brush away. I'm not blowing it away. And I'm going to brush away, because this is going to get rid of your fallout because we put that setting powder before. So we're not going to have fallout underneath your eyes, which is fantastic. I saw this trick on YouTube like 1,005 years ago, and I can't even tell you how many times it saved my life. Like, otherwise my eyes would have been black underneath. And I appreciate that they were not. Alright, I really am digging this yellow color on you. So we're going to go with that under the eyes too. Can you look up for me? Thank you. Okay, you're fine. You're good just like that. We're going to go under the eye with that lighter yellow shade. You're going to go, same thing with your under eyes, lighter. And then only when you get to the outer corner, that's when you're going to go with something darker. Because you really want the underneath of your eyes to brighten up your eyes. just your big fluffy brush to blend that out a little bit. Look up for me. Thank you. Fantastic. And then I'm going to go with that medium color just to the underneath and the outer corners a little bit, just a little, not a lot, just a little bit. Okay, and you're gonna blend, always blend in between, especially with eyeshadow, always blend, 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 blend. And then when you're tired of blending, blend some more and then you'll be almost there. All right, and then just a little bit on the outer corner of the darkest color that you used, whatever that may be, just to give you a nice opened up effect. And then you're going to take a little bit of your shimmer color and put that toward the inner corner of your eye. Now I'm also going to take some of the darker gold color and put that underneath the edge because it looks fabulous on you. Fabulous. Fabulous, fantastic. And blending again, and blending again. All right. And then that nice light color, the lightest color you have used, and just put that on the inner corner. All right. And the eyes are done. Fantastic. Well, until we get to the eyeshadow portion of this. But I like to do my eyeshadow or my eyeliner last.
We just did the eyeshadow.
I know. I like to do my eyeliner last because otherwise when I'm doing my contour and stuff, I tend to mess it up because I'll get powder on it and then I'll get mad and I'll try and fix it and then I make it worse. So I like to do that last. So now we're going to move on to the concealing and blush part of this and a little bit of bronzer. We talked about that a little bit today with the bronzer, but we're going to just do a little bit. We're just going to do an introduction to bronzer, not like a full bronzer. So we're going to start with a little concealer, just a little bit because I don't use a lot during the summer. I don't like to put a lot on my face. You're definitely going to want to put a little on the tip of your nose and under your eyes, just a little. As I apply a ton under your eyes. I'm so used to trying to cover up my dark circles that I tend to over conceal under my eyes. And then just a little bit here. There you go, perfect. Now you have wee eyebrows. You remember those eyebrows they did on the Wii where you could just have the two little lines? All right, and we're gonna blend it out. Still blending, forever blending. Blending out, out, out. Just the center of your forehead to kind of brighten it up. You want to brighten up the parts of your face that the light hits. And bronze or contour the areas of your face where you have shadows. Turn your face toward me for a second. Fantastic. Oh, looking fantastic. That's my favorite part of using any kind of concealer is when I buff it out on my nose and it's ticklish. Anyway, moving on. I'm gonna go with my bronzer contour combo here, and half the battle is finding the brush because it always somehow ends up in the bottom of the bag. I don't understand how, but it does every single time. Especially for you, I don't want to go with too much of this because you are so fair. So I like to go with a smaller brush. I'm gonna go with this one. This one's good. It's just a nice little fluffy little thing there that I already started to put in the bronzer, which is why I have that color on it already. Tap a lot of this off, especially if you are very fair like Haley, because you will end up looking like Again, tanning on the sun. Always a fun vacation. Not very good results, though. Especially for fair individuals. I know it looks dark now. We're going to blend. Don't worry. Blend until you die. Blend and blend and blend. Now you're going to want to go in a straight line for blending. Don't go in circles because you're going to buff it out too much and then it's not going to give you any kind of shape to your face. It's just going to make you look muddy. A little more. You got so scared for a minute because it was so dark. You have such big cheeks. Fluffy cheeks. They're adorable. They're like bunny cheeks. Okay. All right. Okay. And this is going to be the side where you can really see it. And it's going to look so scary at first. So don't look at the monitor. Just don't look. Just don't look and get this away from me. Why does your hair do this to me? Why does it hate me? I've been so nice to it. I've like brushed it and been like kind to it and it's just mean to me. It's mean.
I don't know.
I don't understand why it doesn't like me, Haley.
It's my hair.
Well, I've been nice to it though.
It doesn't like anyone.
It's nice to your mom. I mean, I know she made it and all, but like, come on, give me a little break. Bring this. The point is to make you look like you have
Cheekbones.
slightly defined cheekbones. No, slightly defined. Defined cheekbones. And again, blend until you die. Just blend forever. Just, you're always going to be blending. You put the makeup on and you blend. Everything is blended. Blending, 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 blending. Somebody should make a song about blending makeup. Okay. And when you've blended enough to make your arm feel like it's going to fall off, it's perfect. Okay. Now, blush. I like to do blush, then highlight. If you're going to do blush. If you're so inclined. If you're pale. Use a little blush. You're just going to put on the apples of your cheeks. So like the big parts of your cheeks. The big mushy parts. The mushy parts. And you're going to push it back a little bit. But mostly you're going with the mushy parts of your face. The mushy parts of your face. The big apples, if you will. The apples of the cheeks. And a little on the nose. A little bit. It's whimsical. Now we're going to blend, 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 blend. Again, we're blending. Always blending. Like, I feel like makeup artists have to have some of the strongest arms in the world because you're just blending like 85% of the time. I feel like they could take on like a wrestler when it comes to like arm wrestling competitions, honestly. I really do. I honestly believe that. I feel like they could. All right. So here we are at this stage in the game. Let's recap. Primer, foundation, then you're going to do the powder underneath your eyes. Then you're going to do your eyeshadow. After your eyeshadow, you're going to go to your contour. After your contour, you're going to go to your concealer. After your concealer, you are going to go to blush. After your blush, you're going to go to highlight, which is where we are going to go now, which is why my nose looks like Rudolph. That's what highlighter does. So, I like to use the Glow Kit by Anastasia. I've had it for about forever and a day. Pretty sure I'm not still supposed to be using it, and it's probably expired, but I'm still going to do it anyway because it still works for me. So, the shade I want to use on Haley, I'm going to use this shade called Summer. It's good for people who are pale, like Haley. I actually like that you're pale because I start out with like all my lightest shades and I just go darker and just build as I go. So here we're going to go with our highlight just on the highest points of your face. I can go a little crazy with the highlighter sometimes because I just want to glow. I want to be a fairy. I want to look ethereal and gorgeous, like I could run through a field of flowers in the middle of summertime. That's what I want to look like. I want to look like it all the time. Let's see. Are we glowing yet? Are we glowing? Look at the highlight. Thank you, Anastasia. I just got bit by something. Ow. May have been a bug. May have been some sort of sea monster or something. I don't know.
Not even near the ocean.
It could have crawled out. We don't know. Turn to head, turn to head. This thing doesn't get away from me. I'm smacking it into its next lifetime. I try not to hurt the animal or the insects, but it's testing my patience.
It just wants to be pretty too, Savannah.
Well, I don't care. It can go get its own makeup brushes and do it then. Look at, she's starting to glow. No, I'm not done showing them that you're glowing. Look at a beautiful fairy ready to run through the fields at 8:30 at night and glow.
8:30. I'll do 8:30 at night. I won't go out in the sun.
Glowing, glowing, still glowing. Glowing.
She has nothing to say about not going out in the sun.
I'm just used to you not going out into the sun. I am going to do a little on her Cupid's bow right here. Brightens up your lips. Makes them look beautiful and shiny. Do you not, like, when you put makeup on, do you not make the weirdest noises and sound effects ever?
No.
Really? I definitely do. Hands down.
I don't put on makeup.
Also fair. All right. Now, this is the highlights. Look at the nose. Look at glowing. Just glowing. Just look at the radiance. Highlight is chef's kiss, beautiful perfection. Okay. Now we are gonna put a little setting spray on this. Actually, since I'm not doing eyeliner on you, we're gonna do something a little different. This is not something I typically do, but I don't want to go with a full-on eyeliner for her because of the fact that we're going with a more natural look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a very thin eyeliner brush, and I'm just going to use a dark colored eyeshadow, and we're just going to put that as an eyeliner on the eye. So, hold it for me. Trying to figure out the best way to do this with the way that my arm is currently facing. You're just gonna go out a little bit because you just want to give the eye some dimension. You don't want to make it like a wing liner that's gonna be like really sharp. This is supposed to be from like a more subtle everyday wear. And I know that this seems like it's taking a long time. It doesn't take as long when I do it on myself because I do it so often. Fantastic. Okay. Turn toward me this way. Just a little. Here we go. And I don't go all the way to the inner corner of the eye when I do something like this. I stop about here, right past where your iris of your eye would be. I go just past that. And then you want to connect the line on the bottom of your eye to the top of your eye because you don't want to have a gap there. There is nothing that grinds my gears more than seeing somebody with an unfilled gap that doesn't reach the bottom of their eye. It grinds my gears in a way that I cannot explain.
It tips your scales.
It tips my scales, as the Libras would say. It drives me absolutely bonkers. Okay, now look at the camera for me because I think one side might be a little darker. It is. So we're going to darken this side up just a little because everything must be balanced. You're Libras in this house. I know. Well, I'm a Libra and I'm doing the makeup. That song from TikTok is stuck in my head. You bring the corsets, we bring the ribbons. No one wants a waist store. 9 inches. I don't know why that's stuck in my. It's just so catchy.
What song?
It's like this thing on TikTok. All the girls who put on corsets like sing it while they're putting their corsets on, and I'm like, it's so catchy. I can't help it but sing it to myself to like 8 times a day, which is infuriating, as I don't wear corsets. It's not like sharp. I'm going to take this little flat tipped brush and just a little bit make it a little straighter. Perfect. We aim for perfection. Anything else is unacceptable. Okay. Did I say we were going for a natural look? Scusi. Let's see. I lied. I did say that was probably going to happen at the beginning, though. We have a little fallout, so close your eyes for me. Brush it away. And brush it away. Okay, let's see. That one eye is still a little too light, which I don't appreciate at all, because we've been good to her, and she's not being very nice to us. My one foot is so asleep, because I'm so much shorter, and I'm trying to make up for the height difference, and it's just rough, man, okay? It's rough. All right. So we looking good, okay? We're looking good. Not too much. It's a nice natural look. Now, you can fill in your eyebrows. I don't fill in my eyebrows. It's too much. It's too much for me. This bait, I already have, like, they're thick. They're thick. So I don't want to fill in yours too much, because you can actually see your eyebrows. Like for a blonde, you have pretty decently dark eyebrows, and they are pretty dense. So I'm not going to do those, because we don't want to make it too much. The soap bar thing that I've been seeing, you take like a spoolie and you just brush your eyebrows down, has been like beautiful. It's been fantastic. Haven't tried it yet, but looks fantastic. Soap bar. Haley's like, nope. Not doing that. No, thank you. Not today. I am going to take a little more setting powder under your eyes. Just right here. At this stage in the game, I just like to tweak a little. I just like to tweak just a little under the eyes if it looks like it needs a little bit more brightness or whatever. And then we're just going to blend it all away. And I'm going to take this just a little, no product on the brush, and just blend out a little bit, because we don't want it to look so harsh. And just back and forth motions. Oh, I like that a lot better. Fantastic. And as you can see, she's modeling it perfectly, looking fantastic, ready to go, frolic in a field, which is what we're going for. Always be ready to frolic. So now I'm going to spray the setting spray. Are you prepared?
Yes.
Okay. I'm using a matte finish setting spray, not a dewy setting spray. I know I talked about going outside to frolic, but matte is my preference. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. There you go. Fantastic. Shake it off. Shake it off. You're doing fine. Now, mascara. Are you okay? Are you choking on setting spray?
I'm good.
Okay, fantastic. You look great. You look great while you're choking. I like to use the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Honestly, my favorite, hands down. I got a like a little sample tube when it was like first starting to be a big thing, and it's been my favorite ever since. I haven't used anything else since then. So, would you like to put this on yourself, or would you like me to put it on?
You can put it.
Are you sure?
You can try.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna have you put it on. Haley has a hard time having her mascara done for her, so we're gonna let her do this part herself. But it's good because you can actually see her put it on up close. It's okay, we can fix that.
I don't do makeup.
But we let her go with the mascara because it's rough for her. And she's been so good this whole time. I'm not perfect. Looks fantastic. Add a little more on the brush. We're teaching. Wipe off the tip, because otherwise you're going to get it all over yourself. Don't forget to wiggle the brush back and forth to prevent clumping. Fantastic. Looking good. It's a nice natural look. I like it.
Good.
Yep, perfect. You can, if you're feeling frisky, do the under lashes of your eyes. I have done the under, and you definitely can't see it with the ring light and my glasses. I did the upper and the lower, but again, I kind of went into full glam mode, and I was trying to go for natural, so Haley's feeling frisky apparently. Watch out, world. Okay, now we're going to fix this little bit of blackness that we have going on the corner of her eye. It's actually relatively easy to fix, especially if you just put the mascara on. Just take a little piece of tissue, and you're going to try and like buff it out, essentially. You're going to take it and just... This stuff dries so fast, though. Buff, 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 buff. And then we're going to put like a little more foundation back on top. It's not a problem. Everything's fine. It's fine. I don't know why you're upset. Everything is fine. Everything's fine. Okay. Just put a little bit more foundation there, and then we're going to blend.
What are we doing?
Blending. We're blending.
Really?
Again, we're blending. We're always blending. We're just going to be a little more careful this time about the blending due to the fact that we don't want to mess up any of the previous stuff that we've done. Which might end up happening anyway, but whatever, will make it work. Let's see. Can we see a big spot? We're going to take a little... I can't stress how little an amount we're going to take of the blush to alter this just a little, just because she has a little pink undertones and you don't want it to stick out like a sore thumb. And then we're going to add a little more highlight back on top. Fantastic. A little more highlight just to touch things up, make everything look even, and nobody will ever know that there was a mascara mishap, as I like to call them. Wait a second. Okay, we'll do that in a minute. And it's looking good. The only thing we need to add now is a lip. Now, when you do your lip, you're going to do an X on top, and then fill in, and then do the bottom. You can start with the bottom or the top. I generally prefer to start with the bottom. When I'm doing somebody else's, though, I like to start with the top. I don't know why I like to work from the top down, but I do. Now, I'm going to put it on just to demonstrate. This one might actually even be a little dark for what we're doing, so I'm not going to put a lot on. Open for me. Thank you. Making that X here. Because it really defines the lip. and then fill in the rest. I call this the swoop. The swoop. This bug that's flying around in here is on my list now. He's on my list. Thank you. Really saved me from the bug. I think it's because I'm sweating. Because it's hot. Okay, and now the bottom. The outer edge first, and then go towards the middle. Just make sure that everything is nice and even. And just follow the line of your lip, the natural line of your lip. Okay. And you can mush together. Now this is with a matte lip, but I'm going to add a little of the NYX Butter Gloss on top because it's supposed to be like a dewy light look, and I just want to lighten it up a little bit because this is more of like a rosy color, and I want to add just the slightest touch of a dewy lip. I like to go with a matte, but just to add a little bit of a like nice color on top. Give it a little hydration. And then she's looking off and definitely giving us some model pout there. I loved that. I wish I could take that as a thumbnail. Perfect. Fantastic. All right. Show them the look. The look. Give them looks. Show them looks. The highlight. Perfect. Pulling it off perfectly. Fantastic. I love it. I love it. Giving us looks all day. All right, Haley, thank you for being our model. And you know what? Since you're wearing like a really pretty sundress, I'm just going to do something that I like to do when I'm wearing a pretty sundress, which is never. I don't wear sundresses. I don't do dresses in general. I wear tank tops and shorts. If you catch me in something else, mind your business, because there's probably a reason. Mind your business. I'm going to take a little bit of the highlight that I used before and just pop it on the old collarbone here. Just go right here so we can blind our enemies with it. Fantastic. Where do your collarbones start? What is happening? I don't understand where your collarbones are.
What do you mean?
They're like hiding there.
They're there.
They're hiding. They are hiding. And we're gonna blend it out a little bit on the collarbones just because we didn't do anything else. But we're adding a little something.
If you can find them, apparently.
Yeah, they hide. They're hiding like they are. And that's it. That's the finished look. The highlighter is popping out the collarbones. You can contour them a little bit, but I think it's a little much. Like mine are like a half a mile out. Like that's terrifying.
Okay, if I go like this, you can see them.
Perfect.
But
fantastic. You actually have good posture. That's the problem. And we're all done. This is how you do an everyday makeup look. I promise it won't take you this long when you're doing it on yourself, but being that I was trying to show you step by step, we did it nice and slow. We'll do a quick recap. You're going to start with your primer. Then you're going to go to foundation. Then you're going to do a little bit of powder underneath your eyes if you feel like it, just to keep that fallout from being too severe. Then you're going to do your eyeshadow. After your eyeshadow, you're going to do your contour and or bronzer. Then you're going to go to your blush. Then you're going to go to your highlight. After your highlight, you're going to add your eyeliner, your, in this case, our darker eyeshadow that we used as like an eyeliner. Then you're going to go to spraying down with a setting spray. Then put on your mascara, because otherwise you're going to get all underneath your eye. You're going to get mascara because it's going to be wet. And after that, you're going to finish up your lip, and then you're going to just go out and rock it. So thank you for watching, and I hope that this is helpful. Thank you. Say bye.